Missed it. Damn it. Got away. Don't matter. Get it next time. Jeez. What the? Oh, you're there. I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Sorry. Trade passer here. I just out pheasant hunting and just happened to wait a minute. Safety first. Let me put the safety on the shotgun. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, since you're here, might as well do another review. As you know, in my previous video, I told you I joined a new group called the Movie Group 100, and we'll be doing reviews. And I just happen to have a movie here, so might as well do a review. Okay, this is a comedy classic, comedy/horror. It's called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. There we go. Let's show you the back. Okay, this stars one of my favorite comic duos, Abbott and Costello. And this movie came out, I believe, in 1952. And this is a horror comedy. Basically the story is, it starts out with Abbott and Costello are Wilbur and Chick. They are baggage handlers in Florida. They get a large shipment from overseas, specifically from Transylvania. And they get a call also from supposedly from the McDougal, the guy who shipped the items, saying that under no circumstances are they to release those crates. And he's flying in overnight. He's going to fly in on the red eye. He's going to fly in the morning from London, and like I said, under no circumstances is he to release those two large crates. Okay, but unbeknownst to Abbott and Costello, what we know, as you see, it's not McDougal making this phone call. It's Lawrence Stewart Talbot, aka the Wolfman, making this frantic phone call to specifically talks to Wilbur, played by Lou Costello, and while he's in the midst of trying to urge him not to release these crates, the full moon comes up, and then he changes, of course, and he becomes the Wolfman. And so now we know that the Wolfman's in the movie. And then a few minutes later, Lou Costello is visited by a beautiful female scientist who's his girlfriend, apparently. And of course, Abbott can't believe this, that this beautiful, gorgeous scientist is interested in Lou Costello, but it is what it is. Okay, and later, the real McDougal shows up and says he wants these crates delivered to his warehouse immediately that night. And of course, they're confused. They thought they received a phone call from McDougal, which was really the Wolfman, but they didn't know that. So anyway, they go to the warehouse and they're about to uncrate the items, when of course, in one of the crates pops open Count Dracula, played by Bela Lugosi. Okay, and he has a few great moments where he scares the crap out of Lou Costello. And then, of course, you see who's in the other crate, none other than the Frankenstein monster. Okay, and during this period, Dracula wakes up, he hypnotizes Costello, freezes him in his tracks, and he makes off with the monster. Okay, and of course, Lou Costello and Abbott gets blamed for, the crates, the exhibits, quote unquote, being missing. So they get fired, and so they set about trying to actually find these exhibits to prove their innocence. But of course, by that time, Lawrence Stewart Talbot, aka the Wolfman, has made his way over from London, and he's trying to explain to them, that really it's really Count Dracula trying to revive the Frankenstein monster. Okay, and of course, Bud Abbott is skeptical. He doesn't believe it. He thinks the Wolfman is nuts, and of course, Costello, who actually saw Dracula and the monster, he believes it. Okay, and basically this story is like it's comedy classic, and has great. And what's great about this movie is that like I said, it has the comedic bits with Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, but the horror parts of it are actually, they take it pretty seriously, and it's a beautiful blend of both genres, the horror and the comedy. And like I said, Luke Costello is just actually a scream in this movie, and the monsters are just like I said, they play their character straight, and there's a great climactic scene at towards the end of the movie that just just crazy. You got um, the Wolfman versus Dracula, and you got the Frankenstein monster chasing Luke Costello and Bud Abbott through the castle, and it's just fantastic. The special effects are great. They show, like I said, they show Bela Lugosi changing into a bat, and changing back into human, changing into a bat from as Dracula, changing into a bat, and then changing back again, and it's just in the Wolfman effect. They show him changing, and that same process that they show, the stop motion where they freeze him in place, where he gradually becomes a Wolfman. He has a couple of changes in the movie, and like I said, it's just a comedy classic. And I remember watching. I was a big Abbott and Costello fan growing up, and I used to watch every Sunday on the local channel 11 in New York. They show Abbott and Costello movies from like 11 to 1 o'clock, and I'd always in a rotation. They show all the movies, but my favorite, the one I always used to wait for, was the Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein one. That to me was this comedy, like I said, just perfect to me. And I love the horror because it blended the comedy with the horror, and it was actually pretty good. And I love that they got Bela Lugosi, who hadn't played Dracula I think in years, to be Dracula in this movie. And Glenn Strange made a great Frankenstein, of course, and Lon Chaney Jr. of course is the forever cursed Wolfman, his usual great self. Okay, so I would highly recommend this movie, and definitely a comedy horror classic, and definitely worth getting. And like I said, this is a movie you can watch with your kids and stuff, and just great, scary fun, and with great comedic elements in it. So this is Trey Passion, saying so long, and I'm gonna get back to my pheasant hunting. So I'm just gonna say please sub to my group, the movie group 100. A great bunch of lads, like I said before, and we'll be doing reviews. So please, sub to the channel and stay tuned. And like I said, I'm going to catch me a couple of pheasants. Okay. So this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.